Everybody, welcome to the PanelCast. I am your host, AJ, and welcome to episode 312 of the show. As I had said previously, I am all by myself right now because we have a live draw coming up this weekend, and all the guys are taking some time off so that they can prep for that. Practicing, drawing and whatnot, warming up for it. We are going to be celebrating the 40th anniversary of the movie Big Trouble in Little China. I am stalling. My brain is frozen. We will be reviewing, talking about celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Big Trouble in Little China, and we're going to be drawing all of our favorite characters and reliving our favorite scenes and telling our favorite stories based on the movie and experiences of seeing it and whatnot. All coming at you live this weekend from 1 to 4 here on ForbiddenPanel.com. So make sure you tune in for that. But in the meantime, Janelle and I, a fellow Forbidden Panel person, got to go see Evil Dead Burn today. And we took some time after the movie to sit down here in studio and record an interview and discuss how we felt about the movie and also about what Janelle's going through and dealing with when she's not with Forbidden Panel. So, without further ado, once again, we're going to try this all over again. Sorry again. Here we go with our interview with Janelle and our Evil Dead Burn review. Hey, and welcome to me from me, alone by myself in the studio. All by myself. I'm not like that now. I have Janelle. See, I rented a friend. I called 1-800, who's my bitch? And they didn't have Janelle's number. So I had to go my old black book.
Wow.
And call up Janelle. Hi.
Hi. Nice to see you.
What did we do today?
We went to see Evil Dead Burn.
Ooh. Did we like it?
I think so. I think I did. It's growing on me. The more I think about it, the more I like it. Yeah.
The longer it's been since we've watched it, the more it's...
It had to settle in. I had to settle into it.
Evil Dead Burn is the latest entry into the Evil Dead franchise. Produced by Sam Raimi and executive produced by Bruce Campbell, but directed by other people and created by other people. And, you know, instead of describing to you what the film's about, I'm just going to show you a trailer. So here we go.
We found something. The Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead.
You know they don't want me there. You're part of the family.
Despite my warnings, they read from the book, unleashing demons, and demons, and demons, and demons. God help us.
The whole family can be together again. Children? Please, open the door. You are my dead by dawn!
Don't turn a deaf ear. Evil Dead Burn.
God help us.
Tickets on sale now. Rated R. Only in theaters July 10th.
So there you have it, the trailer for Evil Dead Burn. You have a little smirk going. And I heard you giggling throughout the movie while we were watching it. So You may say it's growing on you, but you seem to have enjoyed it while we were watching it.
Oh yeah, no, there were a lot of things I liked about it. There was a lot I liked about it without giving much away. Just the practical effects were really fun, and you could tell it was real. And
Right.
that was the most exciting part to me. Like, oh, it's so gross, it's so gross, it's so gross. Wow, that's really cool artwork. It was just neat to see real practical effects, and it's not every day you get to see that anymore. So it was really nice.
Even to the point where there were some scenes where you were just, oh my God, that's disgusting. Why are they doing that? Oh, they did that for real? Oh,
why?
The denture scene.
Oh, so many things. Stepping on the hand. Oh,
that was. I know that part, and it was so detailed.
It was so, and
my God!
Like I wanted to look away, but I also wanted to analyze like every little bit of it.
Right.
And it's like, oh God,
the knuckles bust. Did you see that? Oh,
oh, so gross.
Now story wise, they changed it up a bit. They added something into this story that we normally don't get with the normal lore. Usually in Evil Dead, we get the book, and you just got to destroy the book or bind the book.
Right.
In this one, they added something different. And I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want to ruin the movie, but you're going to have to go and check it out for yourself. But they added kind of like a goal to the film, something that they had to attain in order to beat the monsters. But they also changed it a bit to where they wanted you to think that the monsters were coming alive to put the book back. Like they were the guardians of the book.
Yeah, it was kind of unclear.
As opposed to monsters that were summoned by the book.
Right.
So that was very odd for me. It was
different. It was different. And now I figured that maybe there's something in the first movie that I haven't seen, because I haven't seen that one. I thought, well, maybe there's something I'm missing. Because I thought that was odd also.
And I'm sorry to spoil. I'm sorry. I spoiled that part. I didn't mean to, but it's a big enough thing where I needed to discuss it with somebody right away. So I needed your opinion on it. Right.
Put a disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. Heads up
on the video.
Slight
no, I think I thought, well, it must be something that I missed, and that was the only thing. That was the thing that I wasn't sure of. There were so many things I liked about it, but the thing that I wasn't sure of was I feel like there was pieces I was missing. There was a lot that I was missing of understanding, like the bigger picture. Like you get a little bit of the backstory of the grandfather, and then it goes into all this stuff, and then you go into the thing that they're looking for, and then they make mention of the book, but you don't really ever see the book. And it's like a totally different story. And I thought, well, I must have missed something pretty significant in the other movie then.
Right. And I didn't think that the movies were tied together at all, other than, the name. I thought it was just another Evil Dead occurrence. But stay to the end credits.
Twice.
There's two. There's a mid credit and an end credit.
And an end.
And if you haven't seen Evil Dead Rise, then the end credits will totally.
Yeah, I didn't know.
So I had to explain it to Janelle.
I'm like, I assume that's important for some reason.
Which is funny because while we're watching the credits, she had asked me if it tied to Rise at all, like if any of the characters were from Rise.
Because it felt like there were things I was missing.
Right. And I had just answered, no, there's no character. They don't tie together. And then the end credit comes up, and it's like, no, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, just kidding.
Just
kidding. Sam Raimi there to humble you.
Right. So I was like, thanks, Janelle. It's a good thing we weren't recording. Just trying to make me look stupid. Just like women do.
I don't have to try. What did you think?
I was thrown off. The first half hour was thrown off because they throw you at it.
Mm-hmm.
It starts with holy shit, and it doesn't let go. So that kind of threw me. I didn't understand what the beginning had to do with the second beginning had to do with the third beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because there were so many beginnings. I mean, there's a lot before you even get to the Evil Dead Burn.
Right. What was it? 20 minutes before the
before you get
opening
the title.
credits, before
you
the
get
title,
opening title.
Yeah. And I was like, oh crap, that was the intro.
Right. And there was so much going on that you're like, what the heck is this movie even about?
Right.
And then once you start getting in, you start seeing how the pieces are fitting together and all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's cool. So as an overall movie, story-wise and stuff, I want to know more. I want to see it again because I want to know more about the story. I want to learn more about what was happening in the background. I want to hear the recordings that they were talking about. I want to pause on some of the images that they were showing.
Yeah, I do too.
Just to see about tying them together, if I'd seen them in the other stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I want to Cabin in the Woods this thing, you know.
Yeah.
Or I want to analyze everything about it.
Speaking of Cabin in the Woods, apparently there's like a connection there.
Is there?
Apparently. I watched a video today. Somebody said they're connected.
That would be
I
cool.
don't know. Yeah.
If anybody knows about that, like hit me up in the chat right now. Tell me.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to know.
But so that was as far as it was written. Visually, I thought it was beautiful. Camera angles that were coming out of nowhere. Raimi out-Raimi'd himself on the camera angles here. Because there were so many different techniques that were being used to film here that you didn't know what was coming from one way or another. Sometimes the action was so awesome and happening so long that before you realized it, it's a reflection of what was happening. And all of a sudden, this person's face that you're seeing in this fight scene is getting slammed into a mirror and you're taken out of that space. And you're like, what the heck happened? What? Like, they're so inventive with the camera angles and the cinematography that it made up for whatever confusing story was going on there. Because, I was just taken aback by it. Plus, it had to have been the most bloody and violent movie I have seen in a long time.
I was trying to think about what
I haven't seen
anything like this
in
years.
I mean, there was
years.
Buckets of gore all over the place. If you have a weak stomach, I wouldn't go. The only thing preventing me from rewatching this movie would be
that part.
If you're sensitive about animals, there's a part you may not like. I didn't like it. I cringed.
Did not like that.
And it wasn't just once.
Second time was less terrible though.
The second time was for a picture. It was a background picture.
Yeah.
But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed the film.
I felt like with the camera angles and stuff that you mentioned, that felt like kind of like a coming home moment when it happened. Like the way the camera moved through the forest, that was like, oh, that's familiar.
Right.
It felt like, that's
Raimi Cam.
Oh, I know this. This is okay. So this was all horrifying, but okay, it's all right. It's my friend. It's my friend. It's fine. And that kind of like helped me like reshape my headspace throughout because it was like, oh, right, that's the point.
Right.
That's the point. Like there were points that I was just like, oh, okay, this is just, I can't. Why?
Are they trying to MC Escher just to MC Escher? Like,
like there was a point in time in horror where it was just like all these directors were trying to one up each other. Like, who can we make throw up the fastest?
Right.
And it felt like they're just throwing everything they could possibly think of at you to make you as sick as possible, as quickly as possible. And then you have the camera angle that is like that slight familiar, almost comedic, but like really clever and creative. And you just, oh, Oh, right. That's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing. Okay.
Right.
Okay. It's fine. It's fine now.
like the fireplace scene.
Yes.
Beautifully
Exactly
shot.
like that.
Beautifully shot. And at first you're
Exactly
like,
like that.
why is this? This is kind of a
Oh,
stupid
this
move
is gonna be so...
for somebody.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be so claustrophobic. Whoa.
amazing.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. It was so good.
Yeah.
There were so many of those moments that were so good. Equal to the amount of times where I was like, oh, but why? Oh, so much gore.
There's a lot where, and I don't,
You're not
I'm not a
a
queasy guy.
weak stomach kind of
No,
person.
I've handled guts in my hand before. Okay.
Mhm.
Like, but there were times I was like, oh, that had to hurt. Oh,
Yeah.
like the ankle scene. Oh, like it was just,
I had the opposite. That was the one thing I was like, yeah, get it. Get it out of there. Yeah. I was rooting for her, man. I was so excited.
it was, yeah. So anyway, I think overall, I'm going to have to give this one. Where are we at? Here we go. I think it's hard because the cinematography gets me. It wins me at every turn. It wins every argument I have about this.
Yeah.
So where I want to go, maybe a 4, I'm gonna just have to go straight up 5 Little Richards on Evil Dead Burn.
Yay.
What do you think? 5 being the best? What would you give it?
I'm going to say 4 just because I have a weaker stomach than you. But that's all. That's all. And I wanted more lore. I feel like I wanted more backstory there. I wanted to be able to understand it a little better.
Yeah, I did too. I wanted to hear a lot more of the recordings, and I wanted more story about it. But
like, we need a whole other movie just for that now.
Right. We need a research movie.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Mm-hmm.
We need a Conjuring of this movie.
Right.
Because in the Conjuring, they do all the research.
We got to have the lore.
We got all the story.
We got to get the lore.
So we got to get all the lore out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I'm sure McDonald's will have a Happy Meal with the book. And we can go get that and read the book. I want a Happy Meal Necronomicon. And they changed the wording too. That
was the other thing I was super confused
And they did that
about.
in Rise too. They changed the wording in Rise.
Well, because there's 3 books though.
Right.
So not all of them have the same Conjuring
so
language or whatever.
Right.
So, I mean, that makes sense. But I was like,
you still want to hear
I still want to hear it. Come on.
Yeah.
Just one.
Or at least, I mean, I wore the whole rigmarole, the whole thing. I'm still wearing it.
Yep.
Like, so.
You're set.
So yeah, so there you go. Evil Dead Burn 4, 5. Boom. Go see it. Let us know what you guys think about it. Shoot me an email. Hit me up anytime you're watching any of these episodes in the chat room or anything. Just be like, dude, we saw Evil Dead Burn. You were wrong. I hate you. Why do we watch this show? Or something. I don't care what it is. Just let us know what your thought is. Now, though, I'm going to take some time to catch you guys up because you rarely see Janelle. And we rarely ever hear from her except for random posts on Instagram.
I do exist.
She does exist. So she's like a green M&M.
That's my favorite.
So I'm going to do a little catch up with Janelle. How are you, Janelle?
I'm good. It's been busy.
Awesome. Thanks for coming in. All right, guys. So
okay, bye.
I'm going to send it back to me in the studio.
Okay, bye. It's good.
Now, you've been with us for what, like a week or two now?
Yeah, just a little while.
Mm-hmm.
A little while. Plus 20 years almost.
Well,
give or take.
I mean, the company's only been around like 16. So.
Give or take a decade.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Something like that.
But you've always been behind the scenes because you're always popping out kids and doing work and stuff like that.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Here when I can. Behind the scenes always, though. Yeah. I'm always here. You just can't see me.
Right. So, so what's been going on? Anything new? Anything we can expect coming out? Are we going to see anything on the site from you? Talk about the new writer or anything like that?
Sure, yeah. I have a couple ideas that every year about this time I think about it, and for some reason something always happens and I'm never able to do it because I think about it and then I forget and then it's too late. So something I would like to do this year is to do kind of like a local, like a ghost hunting series with like local lore. And now that my kids are older and they're into that stuff, bring them along and do something with them through spooky season.
So like go to different scary places in Redlands or what have you, scary locations, tell the stories, and then walk around the place and take a look at it.
Exactly.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it should be fun. I've been mostly wrapped up in Redlands Theater Festival this summer. We're doing some amazing shows. One of them is about ghosts. So that's the one I get to build. I get to build props for 2 shows this year, and I'm house managing for a 3rd. So one of them is Blythe Spirit, and it's a Noel Coward old story, and it's super fun, super British, and utterly ridiculous and fantastic. And it's got ghosts and a medium and then more ghosts, and then it's just a good time.
Isn't that one of those things in the middle of the road?
So much liquor in this show. It's insane. They drink so much in this show. I had to come up with whiskey, brandy, sherry, gin, and vermouth, and make sure they all looked like the right color in the right decanters with the right glasses, because they're posh British people. So of course they would have all of those things. So I had to go and actually source all that stuff, and it had to actually be the right kind of stuff. And so that's what I've been doing all summer, is going all over the county and beyond looking for things for the shows that I've been doing. So it's been really fun. The other one that I'm working on is One Man, Two Governors. And it's a 60s adaptation of Commedia dell'arte production of, what was it called? Servant of Two Masters is the original.
And who's that by?
Some dude.
That one dude.
Some dude, you know
him.
Well, the original one was really old. It's like really, really old, like Italian Renaissance old. And the adaptation in the 60s is by, as I Google my answer right now.
See,
with
she's
your
cheating.
I'm totally cheating.
Cheating. We have her on camera.
I 100% am a cheater when it comes to stuff like this. I have no memory. Like, my working memory doesn't exist these days. I have no cell service in your cave. I can't give you the answer. I'm sorry.
Well, it's not like we're on a computer or anything. But...
Adapted popular farce by Richard Bean, adapted from Carlo Goldoni's The Servant of Two Masters, set in 1963, Brighton, England. So that's that one. And it's hilarious. It is the funniest show. If you need to come and just laugh and not care about anything for a couple hours, come see this show. It's amazing and so funny. And it's another one of those, like, where the props actually make the story. Like, it was a huge endeavor this time to be in charge of props this year, because I had to make sure that it was perfect. It wasn't just like, oh, it's this thing that they happen to have, and it can be close enough, or it can be like this thing. If they actually say the words, it is this thing, it has to be exactly that thing. And so I had to find a lot more and had to build a lot more. There's fire in it. And so I got to do a lot of fun stuff that I've never done before. It's really neat.
Cool.
So that's what I've been doing all summer. And all the shows are open now. So I've had a little bit more time during the day, which is why I could come and do this today. So yeah.
See how she abuses me? She just beats me all the time.
Yeah.
Ow. It
Precious.
burns.
Precious baby.
It burns.
I'm so sorry. Between that and work, that's my life right now.
So you're not actually in any shows this year?
No,
So you're just prop mastering.
Yeah.
Why the change? Why the transition?
Well, a couple of reasons. Family obligations kind of increased a little bit, so I wanted to have a little bit more flexibility, and I was afraid I wouldn't have the time to be where I needed to be outside of rehearsal, because I don't want to just not show up to rehearsal. So it was better to say I can commit to building props and being there for the performance run a couple nights a week, but I can't commit to a rehearsal schedule for a show or two. There was just no way I could do that. Between that and working, I needed to leave my hours available in the later hours so that I could continue teaching. And choir, when I do in the master chorale, we do rehearsals on Tuesday nights, and I didn't want to have to worry about the conflict of rehearsals plus the other rehearsal conflicting with each other the whole time, because we don't finish master chorale until the end of May, and rehearsals for RTF usually begin around early April. So I didn't want to have too much conflict this year.
Now you've been doing theater stuff for a very long time, majority of your life.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
And usually you're on stage.
Usually, yeah. There have been a couple years where I didn't, but for the majority of my life, I've been on stage as a singer, actor, whatever.
And then you've been slowly past like 10 years or so, you've been transitioning more to a vocal coach, and props and general manager and stuff like that, doing more behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Because of the family commitments, or is it just tired of the stage life? Or
no, it's not.
Am I taking up your foot space?
No, you're fine. It's just a lot of fun. It's stuff that I never did before. I spent my whole life on stage, and it never really occurred to me that I could do anything else. And at a certain point, it was like, but I really love building stuff. I really love behind the scenes stuff. I really love creating things and being artistic, and having that opportunity was like pretty wild. It wasn't all right away either. It was a year that I was involved with the theater, but not super intensely. I was in one show, and then my friend at the time who was directing the show, Adam's Family, said, "Hey, we need a cradle or a crib, a stroller. We need a stroller for Uncle Fester for this show. Do you think you could come up with something?" And it was like the switch flipped, and it was incredible. It was so much fun. And I thought, what the heck, man? I could have been doing this all along. And actually like fueling that part of my creativity that I never got to really explore before. So it's just been really fun, and it's been really wonderful having them trust me with these shows to put props in their hands and to create things that they need. And it's fun to be like the fairy godmother where they say, "Oh man, we really need this thing." And then I come back the next week, "Here you go. There it is."
See, now
That's
you
really
can
fun.
start cosplaying or start dressing up as cosplay repair at shows.
Yeah, I relate to that person a lot.
So you can run up and just do all the repairs on that. You're good to go.
Yep. I have an emergency kit. I have a prop emergency kit. I've got 3 of them. I have one in the car, and I have one that comes with me to the prop table, and then I've got one that lives at the theater. And it has like scissors and tape and hot glue and all the things, that safety pins and extra bits of things that are probably going to fall off at some point, or extra glasses in case something breaks. I have extra glasses of all the different kinds of glasses. I have more than what we actually use, just in case, because they all had to be glass, because there was no way I was going to find plastic replicas of every single one of those glasses under like $200. So I have extras of everything. So, but it's been really fun, and I really like it. I still love being on stage. It's not, I am not as predictable though, with my physicality, my knee has been giving me trouble the last couple years. So it always makes me a little bit anxious to commit to that because I don't know if I can do it all the time. Can I actually do it? And if I get a migraine or something, like that's happened before where I had a migraine during a show. Now I have really good meds for it, but before that it was like anxiety every single show run. I hope I don't get a migraine during the show run on a show day. I hope I don't. So not being as predictable.
I got something that helps with that.
Yeah, I can't do that, dude. I can't do that. That more power to you, but I can't do it. But yeah, so it's nice to have something that I can do that contributes, that is reliable, that I can be there for, even if I am not necessarily as reliable in other ways anymore.
Now, going back to vocal coaching, tell us about your company.
So I created a company called Breakthrough Vocals. It had a significant evolution over the last like 15 years. It started out with my decision to stay home with the kids when Liam was born, and that was 15 years ago. And it started out as just friends wanting to audition for shows and saying, hey, I know you haven't really done this in a long time, but I'm getting ready for this audition. Would you mind if I came over and you just listen and like let me know if there's anything I could work on? And that was how it started. Was a friend wanted to audition for a show for the first time in years, and she was a little nervous to do it. And
is that friend my wife?
No, that was Shannon. That was Shannon. And then then your wife.
And then my wife.
And then your wife. And then out of the blue, a friend of mine that I'd gone to high school with, out of the blue, after 20 years of not really talking to her, she calls me up and says, hey, I'm really feeling uncomfortable with my voice. Do you do lessons? And I was like, well, not really, but I could. And she's like, because I would love to do that. And I would totally pay you to do this. And I was like, okay, well, as long as you're comfortable with me, you kind of being my guinea pig to do a consistent lesson. I've done audition prep a couple of times, but I've never taught ongoing. And she was like, well, heck yeah, dude, let's do it. So she came down and we started. And then I realized I have so much to learn. I have so much to learn as a teacher that learning how to translate what I have learned into a teachable opportunity for others. So I hit the books and I started studying, and I watched every webinar I could. I listened to every podcast I could find, and I studied and studied and studied everything that was available and mostly free, to learn new skills and to learn new techniques of teaching voice. And then it branched out into teaching piano. And because I took piano for years and years as a kid, never occurred to me that I could teach somebody how to play. And somebody asked me out of the blue, hey, do you teach piano? And I was like, I don't see why I couldn't. So I got the same books that I had been taught when I was a little girl, and I started teaching this child's piano, and it was amazing. And so now, and again, I went, oh, I have stuff to learn as a teacher. So I went and studied a lot, and I went and learned a bunch of stuff, and started branching out into other areas of teaching. The one key thing that I felt the entire time, though, is that the piece that was kind of missing was the heart piece of teaching music. Music is such an emotional space for people, and performing music is such an emotional space for people. It's such a vulnerable place to be able to give that of yourself, whether you're playing an instrument outside yourself or you are the instrument as a vocalist. Giving that to people is an incredibly brave and vulnerable thing to do, and it taps into a lot of our insecurities as humans. And having studied psychology, I have a degree in psychology, so it was really important to me that I started to kind of mold all of these things into one shape, because what I kept finding over and over again was that a student's block with their voice was almost never because of a technique they couldn't master. It was because they had convinced themselves they couldn't do it. They had been told they couldn't do it. They didn't think they were good enough. They didn't think they were worthy, or it seemed too hard, or whatever it was. And there was so much unpacking and having to wade through all of that. And it just occurred to me that, like, there's no reason why this can't be a part of it, like on purpose.
Right.
On purpose, we work on the heart piece at Breakthrough Vocals. So it's not just about being a better performer. It's about being able to be the human you want to be, whether you're on stage or off stage. That's why I call it Breakthrough Vocals, because you're breaking through all of your biases, all of your barriers, all of the things that are preventing you from moving forward, whether that's in music or your career or just life and relationships, all those things. And during 2020, I started studying Qigong and medical Qigong, and became an empathy coach as well. And so I tied all of that in to a full body, holistic experience where people, and I have clients that are not musicians. I have clients who don't come to me for voice lessons. They come to me for a space to release, for a space to hold space for things they don't want to take home with them, or they don't know how to process, or, you know, they might have a therapist. I always call what I do, like, it's the therapy is the meat on your plate and I'm the vegetables. Like, it goes hand in hand. It's not, I wouldn't say do that instead, you know, like, it wouldn't be like, go, if you need a therapist, go get a therapist. Absolutely. And then we can work on the stuff that you talked about. Well, you can have tofu if you want, you know, no judgment. Tofu is great, you know, whatever.
So you taste bad, but you're good for me.
Well, you know, it is an acquired taste at times. Yeah. But yeah, so that's that.
I can't digest half of you. So.
Well, we always knew that, didn't we?
Step wife-in-law. It's okay.
It's okay.
We talk like this.
After almost half my life at this point, I think it's fine. You know, we're allowed.
So it sounds like you were able to find something not only for you as far as a goal in life, like having to keep you busy during the day, but also function in your head.
Yeah.
You know, but you're also able to find something to help other people and to bless them with your experience, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a real gift to be able to do that, because, you know, we always say all the bad things that ever happened to you
happened for a reason.
It makes you a better teacher. It makes you a better teacher. If it happens to you, you can help someone else go through it, you know, and it makes us better at being compassionate. It helps us be more compassionate and more empathetic to have those dark experiences and to have
Or serial killers.
Or that, you know, but that's if you don't go to therapy usually, you know, come and talk to us because you want to get better. Before, yeah, don't do that.
Mm-hmm. Stop playing with my feet.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It is very rewarding, and it gives me an opportunity to give something to the musical theater and musical world and just the outlying community. It gives me an opportunity to give back in a way that makes sense to me, and while also allowing me the opportunity to be home with my kids and to continue homeschooling through high school, which is no joke. and to be able to be what I need to be in the rest of my life too. It's between kids and rescue animals and everything else. So it's a lot.
But at the same time, you're still able to be. It's still a geek thing to do. Like theater is still geeky.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like it's still cosplay. It's still costuming.
It is.
It's still
It is. It is.
fantasy play. You know,
Well,
it's
yeah.
still-
I mean,
it's a lot of.
last year we did.
It's still a lot of fun doing all that stuff, and you're able to incorporate that into your work life as well.
Oh heck yeah.
So
Oh heck yeah. It's all like a big opportunity to nerd out in every way possible. You know, with theater, like the last year we did Young Frankenstein, and that I got to do props for Young Frankenstein and be in the show, and that was like amazing. It was so much fun, and there were so many things that I'd never built before, and so many things that I'd never created, and I found a video to help me make popcorn and create some effects on stage. I actually found a builder who made stuff for Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and I was able to use that video to like help shape how I was building stuff, and it was like, oh, this is magic. It's so much easier now. It was so fun. So it's neat to get to tie in that stuff. And I think it's cool because you get to do that stuff in ways that when you're already like a big giant nerd, it's a lot easier to do that stuff. Because I feel like my scope of opportunity is bigger than a lot of people.
Mhm.
You know, there's some people who are like, well, I teach theater in high school. Cool. What do you know about special effects? They only know what they've learned in that realm. But because I have an understanding of horror films and I have an understanding of Star Wars, and I'd spent hours geeking out over those builds my whole life, I think it gives me kind of an edge on how to do stuff in ways that people don't always think about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. It's very cool.
And where can they find your business?
Oh, I'm at breakthroughvocals.com or Janelle Vendeville at Breakthrough Vocals on Facebook, and the same on Instagram too.
Cool. She also does stuff around Forbidden Panel.
Yep.
Occasional columns and posts and stuff. So if you have any questions or anything, you can get a hold of her that way.
Yep.
To us. And I think that about wraps us up.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Sure. It's only been like 40 minutes of you running on and on.
You know, at least I talked. At least I talked, man.
Saying I don't talk?
No, I said I'm saying I don't usually.
Oh.
I usually get really freaked out with this stuff. Makes me very nervous. That's the reason you never see me, is because this terrifies me. I hate it. It scares me to death. I don't like it. But I'm here.
She has a face for radio.
I do.
She has a temperament for radio.
I don't even know what that means, but I'm pretty sure it's an insult.
No. Just means you'd rather be on radio than on TV. You have the voice for it, that's for sure. There you go.
Okay.
Well, that's Janelle. Like I said, you'll see her around. Sometimes it's her posting on Facebook and not me. Sometimes she takes over the Instagram. Now you have a face to her.
Here I am.
Questions, concerns, let us know. Anything we can expect from you to see on FB anytime soon? Anything big coming up for October? Anything I can pressure you into saying now on camera so that you have to do it in the future?
I do want to do some stuff for spooky season this year. We learned with the kids, it's been a couple years since I've done it, because we learned with the kids that a horror film a day is a little much for them. So we're not doing that, but I do want to do like a local lore piece. And I think we're going to start that sooner than later, because there's a lot of places in our area to go.
Right.
So I would like to do that. And I'm trying to help my kid get their stuff set up. They were ready to go. They were totally ready to go, ready to do it. We have the logo, we have the name, we have the whole thing set up. It's ready to go. And then we saw, because her thing is Five Nights at Freddy's lore. That's her big thing. And then the new movie came out after the new game came out. And what he did was he took all the lore that had ever existed, shook it up in a giant bag, and then threw it all over the place with about 75 new things that had never existed before. And changed the timeline, changed all these things. And so it really stunted like her progress in that, and it like poked a bunch of holes in her confidence. So, because when the creator changes the lore, like you can't argue with that. But she wanted to argue with it a lot. Like she was so mad. I tried to take a video of her after we saw the movie to post it. She was so mad she could barely talk. She was like crying. Like it was awful. It was awful. So she had to recover from that. And now we're getting there. We're getting there. But it took a little bit of time. So
It's a work in progress.
it's a work in progress. But we will be doing something with that. Still really wants to. She's trying to compile some short stories that she'd like to post that I think are really good and absolutely on target with our theme and our voice. So I think that'll be great eventually.
Cool.
Yeah.
I know we'd all like to read them. We need some new content on the site. I am just as guilty as everybody else. But at least I do this.
Yeah.
So there.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to do this some more by sending this back over to my boring ass sitting in the studio all by myself. Still wearing the same shit I'm wearing now. Thank you, Janelle, for joining us.
Thank you.
Lovely seeing you and spending the day with you. And
Yay.
it was nice sitting in the theater. Normally I go alone or I go with Alicia, and it's cool. The wife is cool to see movies, but not horror movies with.
Right.
She doesn't appreciate it. It was nice to go in the movie theater with somebody who I know was enjoying it and was enjoying the same moments I was enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like we were both giggling at the same time. We're both
Right.
laughing at the same time. This lady in the back was like, no, 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 no. And we both looked at each other and laughed. Like,
That is why you go see movies.
Right.
That is why you go. That's why you go, to listen to all the people.
all the
That's my
people in the
favorite part.
theater, like
That's my favorite part.
when we got there was this guy who tried to cut in line in front of us. I was like, hey, we're in line. He saw my shirt and was like, you know what? We're seeing the same movie. You got to give you credit.
all
Okay,
good.
I'll get behind you. I'm like, no, we're here seeing Minions, man. What are you talking about?
We're here to see the Disney movie.
Right, Moana.
Moana.
So, like, if a movie like that and company like that can get random conversation going,
Yeah.
you can have fun in the movie theater. Or like, yeah, you're not supposed to talk, but you can enjoy it.
Yep.
And that's what's nice about seeing a movie with Janelle, these kind of movies with Janelle, is because we have that rapport. We've been doing it for decades.
Yep.
And so it's nice when we have our movie buddy moments and we can go see it. I watched a movie that lies, and you have to watch it.
What is it?
The Sheep Detectives.
I wanted to go see that for Mother's Day. That was all I wanted to do for Mother's
You have
Day.
to see it as a movie that lies to your face and then slaps the shit out of you.
No.
Lies.
No.
It's a movie that lies.
Oh man.
Movies
Okay.
that lies
Okay.
start off all happy and joyful and wonderful,
ones
and you
that-
think it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Things are going to be okay. No,
Man.
crying like a baby.
Okay. Yeah, the movies that lie. That was kind of how all this started.
Yeah,
It was going to see movies that lie,
right.
where we were depressed and like, hey, let's go see a stupid comedy, and then we'd end up crying through
Right.
90% of it, and have to talk and cry in the parking lot for
Or,
an
like,
hour
see
before
Up.
we could go anywhere.
We'll go see Up, and like the first 10 minutes is so devastating. We just don't want to watch the rest of
Yeah, like okay, we're done. We're done. That's enough trauma for me, right?
Right,
For the day.
so-
Thanks.
Anyway,
Mhm.
thank you, Janelle, for joining me today. It was awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And the discussion afterwards. And hopefully we can do this again. We have a lot more movies coming up.
There's a lot coming out.
So till then, send it back to me in the studio.
Bye.
Bye. Hello and welcome back, everybody. Well, That was me and Janelle rambling on and on. Just kidding. So that was very interesting. That was me and Janelle talking about Evil Dead Burn, and Janelle telling us about what she's been doing with all the stuff that she's been doing. So there you have it. Thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it. Sorry for all the glitch ups and all the technical errors. Hopefully, we got everything calmed down. I know that this is the edit, so everything came out smooth as far as I'm concerned. But for everybody else, I'm really sorry. Please remember to tune in to AJ Side Panel, my Instagram, or on my TikTok. I put something up there almost every day, going over my own battles that I deal with, trying to ride my tricycle and get my head right. Also, you can check us out this Saturday. Forbidden Panel is celebrating the 40th anniversary of Big Trouble in Little China by having all of our artists draw their favorite characters from the film. We'll be watching the film here in studio. You won't be able to see it, but you'll be able to see us watching it and re-enjoying it while we're drawing and talking about the film. So it should all be really cool. So with that, I will say goodbye to everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight. And I don't know what else to have to say other than you guys are really awesome. And I really appreciate it. Okay. Bye.